Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Micronus Prime. A little bit early, I guess. This time I actually did find something early. That's a little shocking. So, to get this out of the way, these guys are still technically not out yet, I don't think. This is the case of Walmart Canada doing what they've done since the beginning and just dropping the figures early. I went on a smaller little trip. It was like a 2-hour drive from where I live. And I went to a Walmart up there, and I walked in, and I'm like, okay, it is what it is. And then I looked, and I seen the bug. Is it Barrage? Is that the one, the yellow and red guy? I was like, that's different. And then I looked behind him and seen Micronus Prime, and I was like, no way. They also had Skydive, but they didn't have Fireflight, so I didn't buy Skydive because I'm an idiot. And I was like, if I had bought it, it would have been a whole thing. But this is Micronus Prime, and he's alright, he's something. So this isn't actually Micronus Prime. Micronus Prime is actually this thing right here on the inside of this. This here is Micronus Prime. Yes, he's a minicon. He's the prime of minicons. And that's fine. I'm good with that. He's cool enough. He does actually have a port on his back, so if you did want to port him into someone, you could. He's fine enough. He's translucent plastic with this kind of also teal color going on. Looks okay. The head sculpt's actually pretty well detailed for as small as a guy as he is. He's really tiny. I don't have anything to compare him to, but he's kind of close to the Battle Masters, I think. That's what they were called, right? The little weapon dudes from Siege and Earthrise and all that. Kind of similar to them guys in scale. And he does look alright. I'm not really, going to pick him apart. He's a little tiny guy. He's cool, and it's nice to have him. He's yet another Prime to add to your collection. I think at this point I'm still only missing Onyx, and then the ones that are not out yet at all, which would be Amalgamus, and I don't count Star Convoy. I don't really care about Star Convoy, if I'm being honest. I forgot to rotate his head, because he just would have been looking out of the mech suit. Anyway, the little disc here is a reference to RID, because I'm pretty sure he appears in RID. So that is why he is indeed in the disc shape, is because of the Drift minicons being discs. This is just a power armor, which, yeah, that works, because he's a mini guy, so why not give him power armor to make him the size of everybody else? And I'm not a massive fan of this power armor, I'm not gonna lie. It's okay, I don't have a big issue with it, I'm just not a massive fan of it. There's just not a lot going on with it. The legs are very bland. The arms are also very bland. You have a bit of silver, and there's a bit of a different green going on for the forearms. The chest plate is way too wide, but I understand why. It's to obviously accommodate the gimmick of having him, be in the armor. That makes sense. And the head sculpt is, yeah, it's just a thing. I'm not a big fan of it. It's all right, but I'm not a massive fan of this head sculpt, at all. It's just, very basic, very robotic. I guess that's the point, considering he's a mech suit. Has a bit of kibble on the back with these little things. I kind of wish I could take them off and use them as weapons. That would have been a cool idea, but they didn't go ahead and do that. And technically, they're also supposed to go like this, but I like folding them up the way I had them there, because then, you can't really see them. If they're folded like that from the front, it just looks kind of regular, other than the part sticking between the legs. He also has this little core, which is his Prime artifact. It's the one accessory the figure comes with. The one accessory, and I'm probably not going to be able to get that out. Honestly, it's in there pretty good. It's fine. Do as you will with it. It's cool. I don't know what all these Prime artifacts do in the end, but hopefully they do something. He does, however, have some weaponry. These are supposed to be tailpipes, but I like to think of them as guns. So, that's how you want to think of them, too. It's a great idea. His articulation is not phenomenal at all. He has a ball-jointed head, but it's very restrictive because of this back section here. Forward and back of the arms, outward, a swivel. Does have a rotation. His hands also rotate. No waist, but there's a reason, which is, of course, this opens for back, outward, swivel, knee joint, and a crazy ankle tilt. And that's it. That is the entirety of the robot form or armor form of Micronus. I almost called him Alchemist. Micronus. So let's get into the transformation. Obviously, your first thing is you're just going to take Micronus himself and transform him back into his little robot mode. His very little robot mode. Very nice, very cool. Put him off to the side. You're next going to come in here and rip off the arms. Yes, he's a parts former. Who could have seen this coming? And then take the legs. So for this top section here, you're going to fold in the head and fold in these little silver painted areas. Like so. You're going to take these, fold them down like that. And then you're going to kind of leave those open like that for a minute. We're just going to put that down. For the arms, I don't think you're supposed to bend them, but I like to bend them. And they just go on to the sides. Here, there's some ports right there. For the pegs, do that. And then for the legs. So the legs are actually intriguing because, well, he forms a one-wheel bike. And to accomplish the wheel, they decided to go ahead and use the legs as the wheel, which I think is a cool idea. You do have to watch that peg, though, however, because I'm guessing it doesn't do anything for the transformation. It's mostly there, I think, just if you want to use this as an accessory for somebody. Obviously, he can't use it because it's a pair of legs. But clearly, this mech suit is like the weaponizer guys, in a way. So maybe that's the whole purpose of it, truly, is to just use it as a weaponizer piece. Anyway, take those little side panels, fold them down, do that. And there we have Micronus and his bike. Now, the bike, yeah, this is a whole lot of nothing. Honestly, it doesn't do anything for me. It's just a little thing. It's a bike, sure. I mean, do what you will with it. I'm not really impressed by it. I will say I love the wheel. Doesn't roll great, though. It's just kind of an alright little bike. And then Micronus himself, of course, can ride said bike if you put him in the pose to ride a bike. So you just take him. Do that. Where's it at here? And there we are. Big bikes, big trikes. There we go. What is this just a unicycle? Obviously, a trike has 3 wheels and a bike has 2. That's why the whole thing. Unicycles would have 1, so it's just a weird unicycle. And he can roll back a little bit, but he can't roll forward. The wheel's really weird to get rolling. It kind of hits something in here. I'm not sure where it hits, but it hits somewhere, and it's not really great. And as a thing, it's just not great either. It's fine. I don't have a full-on issue or anything with the bike mode, but, you know, maybe you could have turned into something a little better, honestly. It just feels a little slapped together. And honestly, that's about it for this figure. So let's just get to my final thoughts here. Micronus is something. I mean, he's not the best, and I kind of knew he wasn't going to be the best. I only really wanted him because, of course, he's a prime, and I'm trying to get all of the primes. So I was going to have to get him. And me finding him a little bit early, that's a bit of a plus. But ultimately speaking, yeah, I don't have any real, like, super positive things or, like, crazy negative things to say about him. Like, he's okay. You know, I'm good with him. I don't really got an issue with it. It's a fine enough figure, but there is some issues. Again, if you're not a big fan of parts forming, this is going to be your mortal enemy, because that's all he is parts forming. And the mech suit itself is just kind of, you know, it's not articulate. It doesn't really look like anything. Like, it clearly looks like a mech suit, which I will give it that. It doesn't look anything like an actual Cybertronian. So, at least there's that. It has no facial features. It doesn't really have any features really at all. Like, it kind of has hands, but even then, it basically has thumbs and then some pipes. That's what it's working with here. And overall, as a figure, I mean, he's not great. Honestly, if you're not going for the primes, he's probably a skip. Like, he's kind of fun in a way. I kind of like the kind of play aspect of, you know, you have a little bot on a mech suit. But that's really it. Like, his articulation's kind of meh. His alt mode, honestly, it sucks, if I'm being honest. And, I mean, the robot mode, I could care less about, honestly. It's fine, but it's nothing spectacular. But that is basically it for my review of Micronus Prime. This has been my review. This has been Eilt signing out.